Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of Before We Leave, which originally aired live on Twitch. And of course, a lot of the interior I won't be able to explore via boat. It looks like it has an inland sea, maybe. Oh no, maybe not. Maybe it's just a giant bay. Nope. Yes. Oh, interesting. Look at this. That's pretty cool. This is kind of like the Mediterranean, I suppose. The Strait of Gibraltar. Just, you know. Yeah, now it's not backwards. Okay, so we pretty much have the dimensions of this mapped out. And here, as you can see, it has mountains and rusting hulks. It has got a lot of this red ancient technology, which is going to be needed for me to, you know, go up in the tech trees. Now, before I commit to this area, and it has some inland islands, I want to continue searching. I am not going to colonize just yet. Yeah. But it's a big island. My starting island is pretty big as well, to be fair. Don't hurt my starting island's feelings. All right, let's keep a close eye on my food. So my vegetables are going up, but my potatoes are going down. So I don't necessarily want to starve everyone. We don't want to starve together. And let's try to fill everything in. All right, spuds. We also have some additional research. So let's research a school. Allows the construction of schools. Islands with empty accommodations and schools will create children who grow into peats. Ooh, look at that. There is a sunken ruin. I'm going to continue just trying to fill in everything I can before I commit to a colony. I'm almost certainly going to do that desert island there because it is close and easy to access, easy for trade lanes, but let's Marco Polo up in this. Or Leif Erikson. Or Squeaky Dink at this point, given that that's our name. Oh, here we go. So here is a whole lot of more sunken ruins, and then, you know, sunken apartment complexes or whatever it is. Any fishing hut? Nope. I don't have a fishing hut. So here's another island. Seems small, I'd assume. Looks like it'd be a steady supply of stone, and that's about it. It has a bunch of mountains. Okay, my potatoes look okay at Dragon Slayer Dude. So it seems like we're back on the up and up. Yeah, this is a micro island. Oh, here we go. A little bit of snow. Nothing like snow next to a desert. And we did just research this school. Let's continue researching bridge. So a bridge, as you can imagine, just allows a road over water, which would be useful in places like this. But missed the school. So school is a 2x1. And I think I'm going to delete this forest because this transmogrifier, I don't believe, generates pollution to plop a school down and to educate my peeps. So here's the Arctic Circle and a ruin there. All right. And yes, instead of colonizing, which is what the game wants me to do, I'm just going to keep exploring. Because they can't tell me what to do. It's Wendigo territory? You're right, Glitch. All right, so this shallow water indicates that there's an island over here as well. There we are. Nice. I'll obviously circumnavigated that as well. And there's shallow water here, but this is probably the Antarctic. And bridge research is done. So if you take a look now, these researches are locked, and that's because I don't have red science. I don't have the red research unlocked, which means that I have to settle desert before unlocking it. All right. And South Pole complete. Hey, little scorpion. Clickety-clack to you. I have just discovered oil. So this is an oil field. So in a way, this island might be more interesting than the one I have first found because it has a resource that the first island did not have, which would be oil. But of course, the other island has a spaceship, so ultimately probably settling both. This has plenty of oil in a desert. We'll call this Saudi Arabia. Alright, so there we go. Has this interesting bay. It's like a partial Suez. And we'll keep searching. Alright, Dragon Slay, how are you doing? Everything is up. Looking good. All resources are up. And we're pretty much manufactured max. Essentially, our warehouses are full. As you can see, 24. Well, we're not full of vegetables, but this warehouse is basically full. And what that means is my peeps are basically just hanging out and having fun, which is fine. I mean, there's really no problem with that. All right, where's my boat? Dude, where's my boat? Squeaky, you're over. Nope, that's Dragon Slayer. Where'd I leave Squeak? This is an awkward problem to have. So we found another little micro island. And we'll just finish up. And then I think what I'm going to do is poll you all about which island to settle first. So, the one with oil or the one with the spaceship? Pretty much all the same to me, but as a result, I'll leave it up to you. I'm going to continue searching. I want to fully explore this little planet here before I actually settle down, but we'll have you make a decision there. Now, what I will say is the oil island... Oh, this isn't the oil island. This island with the spaceship has at least 3 red research nodes. And I do believe the oil one, I fully saw everything and it only had 2. So one of the islands has a little bit more red research than the other. But in the big scheme of things, either island is a huge improvement over not having either research. Yeah, no, this has 3. So they're about equal, in a way. Wait, is oil bad? Oil is just another resource, just like all the other resources, like iron and wood. It's not necessarily good or bad, it's just a resource we're going to want to acquire at some point. Now, if only there was like a automatic explorer, huh? Find a lot of ruins, though. A whole lot of ruins. So I think I'm just about done filling in the globe. Ooh, there's another. I mean, I'm sure that isn't going to be amount to very much, but I wasn't expecting to find yet another. Yeah, it's tiny. Okay, so we're almost done. right, the oil islands might come out ahead. We'll see. All right. So far, it looks like the oil island is the popular choice. I am going to head here. And if that leads, it seems to be leading, I will colonize this little spot here. Alright, so the current project is second colony. And if we want to colonize, we just hit colonize. Boom. There it is. Alright, sail your new ship around and find a new island to colonize. Trade winds, we've done it. Your peeps have colonized a new island. Life here is precarious, so we'll need to rely on the first island for support. Let's find a way to transport resources between islands. So establish a new village. Build an explorer hut, build a library, establish shipping. So this is the port. And this island is going to be named after one of you guys. So go ahead and type in the chat if you're a subscriber and you want a island named after you. Now's the time. Start getting rid of all these resources that are going to be in my way. All right, first things first, let's build a home or two. This forest is going to go as well. And we are going to want an explorer hut. Get rid of this. Shipping, library, all that good stuff. Alright. I'm going to place, let's see, I'm going to place a warehouse here. Well, not yet, because we need a library. So let's get the library. For now, I'm going to have temporary roads here, and these are roads that I'm going to get rid of later on, once this pile of technology gets harvested. So we're going to have the explorer's hut here, and the library here. Clear out those trees. All right, Island 2. What's your name? Well, that makes sense. JDV2. Second island. V2. Alrighty. So, in order to establish shipping on the new island, what we're going to want to do is to have, like, you know, a port with automatic shipping between the two areas. And as you can see, shipping is right here, and it's 20 red research. So let's start on that. Now this port here, let's call this the JDV port. This port here has a little bit of gloom, or a little bit of unhappiness, causes slight gloom, and requires an adjacent ocean. All right, here we go. Now we are starting to collect this red research, and that's going to allow us to then use the library and turn the research into shipping. Yeah, you want your own personal island. Your own fantasy island. Alright, let's get the warehouse built. And once we acquire 20 of this red research, we'll be able to unlock shipping, which allows us to then create trade lanes between JDV2 and Dragon Slayer Dude. That way we can supply the new outpost correctly. Alright. Looks like my vegetables are about good. Let's take a look at my happiness. So everybody is pretty happy here on this island, so I don't really need to do much. And half of everybody is idle. That's because our warehouses are full. Alright, so this warehouse here, I'm going to allow... It's not efficient, but I'm going to allow everything in there for now. A low amount of everything. And then once we have more resources to build more warehouses, I'll have it differentiated. But this just allows us to empty out the port and put it into storage. And we are 2 research away from unlocking or starting to unlock shipping. There it is. Let's get it. So as you can see, I picked a spot that was adjacent to all this ancient technology so that we could grab it more quickly and more efficiently and put the library and the explorer's hut right next to it, just for speed. And the people here are extraordinarily happy. People at Dragon Slayer Dude a little less happy, but they're happy. I mean, you know, no complaints there at all. All right. So the library is going, and there's really nothing else to do, so I'm going to 4x speed until this is done. Gavin Hawk, thanks for the follow. Welcome. All right. To get shipping underway, you will need to go back to your original island and build a port and a shipwright. Then you can make a trade ship to begin transporting resources. All right, let me pause. So, construct a shipwright, which would be this guy. So the shipwright here does have gloom area of effect. So we're not... It would be ideal if we sort of put it away from stuff. So that we don't gloom up the area. So here's the shipwright. And then a port has a smaller amount of gloom, but the thing about the port is because you need to transfer materials to it often, it helps for it to be closer to the heart of town. So there is my shipwright and my port. Hey, Ascendancy. Welcome, buddy. What were you doing in Dota today? More smurfing, or training, or just, you know, competitive playing? And how was it? And welcome. If all you raiders, if you're wondering about this game, this is a non-combat city builder that we just started about an hour and change ago. And that's all the info about it. Yeah, welcome, raiders. Here, let me have the mascot say hi. Hey, mascot. All right, the current project has been updated. We're working on the trade winds. So now, with the shipwright, we can create a scout ship, a colony ship, or trade ship. Obviously, I'm not going to need to scout because I kind of already did that with my original colony ship. Saved me a little bit of effort. I don't need another colony ship, so let's build a trade ship. And then here is the port, and this port is going to be the Dragon Slayer Dude port. And this port will allow us to, with a trade ship, transfer materials from point A to point B. Basically, bringing what we need to and from the second colony. And this is the second port here to bring it back. So let's go ahead and 4x this ship. Practicing new strategies in Dota. Nice. Nothing like logging some time working on the fundamentals, right? Okay, new research is available. Over on the second island, we have the ability to research housing or power. So let me have you pulled for that. There are two ways to move resources between islands, manually and using shipping lanes. Let's try a manual shipment of potatoes. First, select your newly built trade ship and move it next to the port on my original island. So if you're wondering about the benefits of power, it allows me to generate my own wood power generators. And then house allows me to build a more accommodating structure which increases my peeps' minimum and maximum happiness. So minimum meaning that they can get more sad, maximum meaning they can get more happy. So it is both a benefit and also can penalize you. Just to let you know. So this is the trade ship. This is the what kind of trade ship is going to be named? This is the Gray Hermit trade ship. Gray Hermit. We'll then head over to the port. No, it doesn't have a full crew. We're waiting for... there it goes. Alright, Gray Hermit is heading over to the Dragon Slayer port. Now, select your trade ship. In the port resources window, you will see a selection of different resources. First, select the potatoes button and then click and move the slider to 20 and then transfer. So, potatoes... transfer 20. Now wait for your peeps to finish loading up the trade ship. You can set the amount. You can see the amount under your ship's cargo's total. All right, looks like you guys, well, you're currently voting on what I research next. So keep on voting. So now that it is full of potatoes, we have to move it over to the other port, the JDV2 port. So select the ship, the Gray Hermit, move to JDV2, and this would be the manual trade lanes instead of the automatic ones. All right, looks like power and house is about equal in the poll, so I'm going to flip a coin to determine. We'll say heads will be house, and we've got heads. So, research, house. Alright, I am going to then head over to Dragon Slayer Dude and pick a house and upgrade. Oh, you know, I haven't actually researched it yet. My bad. Select your ship again and then click the resources and select the potatoes and transfer them off the boat. Okay, so that would be down here. Unload all. That would be the easier way to do it. Setting up a shipping lane is more involved. Since your new settlement needs tools to advance, let's get a steady supply going. Click on the shipping button that has appeared on the left. Potatoes are the default resource for shipping. Change that to tools by clicking the button Manage Shipping, which is this, Tools. Now let's create a shipping lane. Select this circle and drag a lane from your first port to your second. Like that. Now your ports are connected. Click the exclamation point button to open your shipping manifest. Great. You can also get to this menu by clicking the big green button at the top of the screen in the shipping mode. You can also do a variety of things here, but let's use it to add a ship to our new lane for now. So select Gray Hermit. And you're done. The trade ship will now begin transporting tools to your new settlement. That's it. Schools. Your new island only has 5 colonists, which isn't very useful. You can expand your population by constructing a school, then building some empty huts. Note that if you haven't already done so, you'll have to go back to your original island to research school. Alright, so zooming in here. Library, where's the school? I forget. It's in here, right? Yep, here's the school. And we have to pick a place to place it. Oh, good. So this red research pile is gone. I can remove it. And that's going to allow me to start planting crops here. So I'm going to do just that. Because we're going to want to support some pop. So there's potatoes. Orchards. And I'm going to leave them alone for a minute because they're just too busy. I'll put the school there. A reminder, now that you've invented houses, you can upgrade huts into houses that will accommodate more peeps. Just select a house and hit the upgrade button. So make sure to have all the resources available because they're not going to want to be, you know, homeless for very long. So let's build a house here. I have all the resources, so that should be fine. You've started your first upgrade. Note that when a building is being upgraded, the demolish tool and button cancel. So instead of demolish, it is cancel upgrade. That's what it's trying to tell me. Okay. Soulblader, thanks for the resub. Welcome. So as you can see, there's a severe lack of peeps here for everything. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pause these farms for now, focusing on the school. The school here needs more wood, so what I'm going to do is go to Gray Hermit, view the lane, and I'm going to add wood to the shipping lane, and I'm going to add potatoes to the shipping lane. so that we can get this wonderful school built. And in order to not have to constantly import the wood here, we'll set up a woodcutter right there. Not there. I'm gonna nest it back there. Posture. Sorry, yes. Posture check. Not that you can see, because it's the Yoda cam. Does this game go to space age? It does indeed. Alright, so there's the woodcutter. That will help a lot. And the school's getting built, which will allow us to populate the second island. Because, of course, the second island, unlike the first one has this little shelter, which makes people, right? The second island does not. Congratulations, you have now learned the basics of Before We Leave. The tutorial continues until the end of the game. If you feel sure that you know what you do, you can deactivate it. I'm going to keep it going. Suit up. Your peeps are wearing rags. And they're not happy about it. Let's begin researching how to give them clothing. It removes fatigue from extreme temperatures. One of the benefits: fatigue occurs when peeps walk too far between buildings, about 7 tiles on desert islands, and 4 tiles on snow islands. Peeps will pause to recuperate at the destination before beginning the work. Fortunately, it can be prevented with better clothing. You will need to research and build a number of things to get peeps better clothing. First, you will need to be able to make glass. Glass is an essential resource for many buildings, including the ones needed to help the peeps get clothes. But before you can make glass, you need to learn how to construct your own power generator buildings and so on. So start there. So we need to research power. No problem. Pinpoint, thanks for gifting out a sub. Talathius, cheers. All right, so for us to research power, that, of course, is right here. We'll queue that up, have that start. And I'm going to make it a high priority workplace. So the school has already added 1 pop to this island, and I'm going to upgrade the hut into a house, which probably means that I need to add stone as an import. So what are our imports here? Let's also import tools. So stone, tools, and potatoes. And yeah, that's going to leave them temporarily. Okay, there we go. Yep, upgrade. Done. More housing. Let's get a well out here, because they're going to dehydrate to death. And I have 0 stone here, so I'm not going to hit the upgrade for the next. What is Yoda, if you're wondering? He is a mix. Yeah, he is half Maltese, quarter Poodle, and quarter Italian Greyhound. And then I'm also joined here by Tusk. Tusky. Hi. And she's a Finnish sled dog. Alright, so we have the resources to make this a house as well. But as you can see, people here are young and playing. They're enrolled in school. So, you know, these are peeps that need to age up first. But with this new well, we're going to be able to supply water to them. Next up, let's continue building the potato fields and orchards. And then maybe over here I'll put I'll plant some tea in this spot. No Echo today. I could try to call her, but you know the likelihood of her showing up is pretty low. All right, she has been signaled, but because there might not be an Echo, I'll give you some extra Yoda. Oh no, here she comes. Echo. Up. Hi, you want to say hi? And this is Echo. Hey girl. Hi, you're a good girl. All right. You good? Bye-bye. So don't hang out long. Now that you know how to make power generators, you can research Glassworks. Oh, no you can't. Glass required both green and red research in the same library. So I am going to need to ship red research from one library or one island to another. Well, you guessed it. That's going to be a lane. So here we go. I'm going to send red research back from the JDV2 port over to the Dragon Slayer dude. All right. Does this game allow terraforming? Sort of. Not exactly. Okay, I have a lot of peeps enrolled in school here, which is why I don't have a lot of work being done. All right, so here we go. Load that red research up. Sometime this year. Here we go. 16 out of 20. And then that will be brought back over... Oh, there's no more green technology to be had here. So I'm going to stop the Explorer's Hut because there's no exploring left to be done. All right. Now that that's out of the way, it's finally time to invent Glassworks. Okay, so let's go to the original library. Whoa, don't zoom out. And this is Glassworks. We still need to unload the port for red research, bringing it over to the library. And done. And Glassworks. And then I also need to build a power generator on my new island. So if we take a look at the research tree again, Glassworks leads to, well, we could still build a power generator, but the power generator, of course, requires glass that we don't currently have. But that will also allow me to move this power generator if we don't want it here, if that is casting pollution. So if you take a look here, yep, the surrounding area is slightly polluted. The wells are slightly polluted as well, so the wells here have a bit of a penalty. Is it hurting me? No, my water's still fine. But it would be a good idea to move this wood generator so that it's no longer polluting my farm fields. Because there's a bit of a penalty there, as you can see. Alright, so I'm going to need to construct a sand mine over here. Once I have Glassworks researched, how far away is that? Oh, it's not that far. So yeah, you asked about terraforming, and like, you can terraform to remove boulders and stuff, but like, that's, I think, the extent of the terraforming. You can't like island build or mountain build, as far as I know. almost done with that research. Yeah, you could also remove pollution as well, if that's terraforming. I don't have that researched yet, but it will be eventually. Okay, there we go. So Glassworks is now researched. Let's go sand mine. So sand mines just need to be placed on sand. They do have a gloom radius, so we're going to want to be thoughtful about where we place it. Ooh, no, I don't want to place it there. Let's see. There. So I'll put it way out of the way. Oh, but you know, that might also fatigue us. I'm just thinking where to put it. So I'm going to put an elevator here because that makes sense. And let's not worry about these roads. I will put, for now, the mine there. If I need to move it, I need to move it sometime later down the line. But there we go. So we'll have an elevator to access the highlands here, if we want to access the highlands. And then the sand mine. And then after that, we're going to want a glass smelter. So I'm going to want to figure out... I'll probably put it up top, just so that it's, you know, not polluting too much. Like up here, maybe here. Oh, but there's so much mining to be done right next there. There. That will do. And it does mean that, yes, we will have to use the elevator a lot. And I think what I'm going to do is also put a warehouse somewhere. A warehouse right there. And that way we can differentiate. This warehouse can be for some goods and the other warehouse for some other goods. Okay, so we have a massive penalty from a lack of workers here, and I think that's just because our population's pretty low, and we can aim to fix that. But I'm definitely running into some sort of expansion restrictions, I guess is what to call it. So the terrain here doesn't really allow for a lot of stuff. So what I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to remove all the red ancient technology here and then allow maybe a triple house. I won't be able to triple house there. Add houses somewhere close. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Maybe double houses here or something. I don't want it too close to the glass smelter though, because there's the penalty of the penalty of that. And we're also going to need a power generator. Oh boy. I don't want the power generator anywhere close to the homes. Yeah, maybe I'll put it there. Pollute up this area. They'll have to do. Alright, so this here will store glass, sand, food, and not construction. And then here storage will not be food. So that way the two warehouses, you know, have specialties. And now I'm able to make glass, so we're going to start on that soon. And it wants me to research clothing. So clothing is right here, and it's 60 red. Let's see if I have enough research over here for that. Nope, I don't. Not yet. So I'll have to wait to import some more. As you can see, a lot of people are getting fatigued around here. These workers at the warehouse are fatigued because of a lack of good clothing, because it is too far to move from one warehouse to the other. I'm going to roll with that penalty for now. I mean, there's not much I could do about that. Let's see. We don't have any glass yet. I think I'll put 2 normal houses here. Increase our population a little bit, but without the added gloom, because we're not ready to make sure that they stay satisfied. Another thing I might want to do is, so as you can see here, this island lacks the ability to make orchards. So another thing that I might want to ship back here is fruit. We'll maintain a target of 20. Sending fruit from these orchards back. And I could even go to the point where, yeah, let's do this. We're still importing potatoes, so instead of actually planting our own potatoes here, let me get rid of these potato fields and just do orchards, because that is essentially what this area specializes in, so I might as well specialize. Get all those beautiful orchards going and bring fruit back to the main island so that they're happy. And then another thing I should do is import tea and vegetables for this island so that happiness is, you know, as high as I can get it. So let's do that. Potatoes, vegetables, and tea. I don't need to do water. I should have enough research over here. Yeah, I do for clothing. So we'll get that started. Now, most of the industries over here are sort of frozen because the storage is maximum size. I'm not going to do anything to fix that just yet. But one of the things I might consider is to move the power generator away from the farm field area over here so that we can get rid of the original one and have it not pollute this area. So there's the wood generator, and now this one I can break down. And instead, I will plant some more tea, I think. And let's do more vegetables. Delete this potato field. And do more vegetables and more tea. Get a little bit more agriculture. Clothing's just about done. I'm also going to want to move my library a little bit so that it's just sort of not in the way where I want to put it. No, I'll leave it there. It's okay. All right. What else? Fountains, cooking. I'm not going to do anything else just yet. So, plant cotton fields. So, cotton fields here has a minus happiness and minus productivity if it's in pollution. Gets a bonus if it's close to forests. And a bonus from wells as well. I'm going to have my cotton fields be out here, and it wants me to make 4 of them. Hey, Tristan, thanks for the alert. All right, let's put these down. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll need 2 weavers, and the weavers process the cotton into fabric. And this is a gloom building. Might be a problem having it adjacent the iron mine, but this iron mine mostly stands idle. And then the last part of the resource chain is a tailor. And this tailor, of course, then takes the fabric and makes something out of it. Put that here. Let's check out JDV2's island. Definitely some slowdown for penalties here, but nothing too bad. My weekend was pretty good. How about your own, Trustin? Okay, cotton fields are now done. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 0 idle workers and 8 empty posts. A lot of my my workers right now are heading to resource. They're just gathering resources to replace what I used to make the weavers and Tailor. So I'm not that worried about needing more pop just yet. Bits for Yoda. All right. Hey. I can dig it. Alright, currently there's a little bit of a bottleneck of a lack of tools from the toolsmith, so let's prioritize the toolsmith here to crank out more tools. And we are going to need to import glass to the original island. So we'll try to grab the trade ship and modify the trade lanes. So that would be Grey Hermit. And we will send glass from JDV2 to Dragon Slayer Dude so that we can make the Tailor. Okay, so the weavers are now done. So here's the cotton fields. The 2 weavers. Having them next to one another might be a little gloomy, but oh well. And then once we have 4 glass imported, we'll have the glass for the Tailor. I'm going to get another house upgraded. Looks like we need a little bit more pop. right, looks like my food, water, vegetables, everything's in order. The yield is pretty good. Yeah, no complaints there. That all looks good. I'm also going to open up the... Yeah, is that already open? Yeah, the suggestion box is open if you have any suggestions. And all we're waiting on is the glass for the Tailor. And that should be coming in any minute. So here's the glass smelter. Oh, well done. Now it's time to leave this planet and truly claim what our ancestors left for us. Somewhere on this planet is a ruined spaceship you can repair. It's going to take a lot of work, and you might need to discover new things before you can complete this task. Awesome. Right, I'm going to highly prioritize the glass smelter so that we can push that up a bit. This library I'm going to break down. I don't need it. This explorer's hut says there's no longer any more research here either, so I'm going to break that down. Don't need it. And let's take a look at the Tailor now. So here's the Tailor. We're going to have it high priority that we get clothing. So let's take a look at the trade lane again. To import clothing to JDV2. Where's the boat? Here's the boat. All right, Gray Hermit. We are going to export clothing. Now, what is the difference between clothing and good clothing? Let me see. We're just making regular clothing. All right. Thank you for watching Before We Leave, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com, the link can be found in the description, has my countdown timers to upcoming stream and my schedule. Thank you for watching. I will catch you next episode or perhaps an upcoming stream. Farewell.